What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa Show, where I cover the latest cryptocurrency news articles so you can stay informed on what's going on in the space. But happy Tuesday! It's Taco Tuesday. We made it. It's a busy day. I'm saying we made it because getting over that first day of the week is always just kind of a little struggle. It's like, oh, you get off from the weekend, you had a great time. It's like, oh, I gotta go to work. But then once you get in on Monday, you go through the motion. It's like, okay, Tuesday. Oh, we're here. I'm in the motion now. Let's grind through this week. But yeah, I hope everyone is having a good Tuesday so far. And what's going on with the crypto space? What's going on? We are definitely going to be seeing a supply crunch. When? I don't know exactly when, but every single time I come on here, present the news, it's either Strategy buying more Bitcoin, it's Metaplanet buying more Bitcoin. And now we finally also got a new article in here where Exodus hits a new record, and they're even adding it. So if you don't know what Exodus is, that's a software crypto wallet we do like to recommend here at the Crypto Club because we know the team, we know the guys. It's not an open source platform, so we know it's not really getting tampered with. So we like the Exodus wallet, but they also have been adding to their Bitcoin reserve as well. So guys, we are going to be seeing a huge supply crunch soon, and not just like in Bitcoin, but even off exchanges, because that's like going to be our first article covering, because I believe it was yesterday or today, Coinbase saw like $1 billion worth of Bitcoin exit its platform. So guys, like, get your crypto off exchanges before it's like too late and they go like, oh, we're putting limitations now on what you can withdraw out. So if you got crypto on any platform, get it off, get it into a self-custody wallet, and you're solid. Now let's go over the news. Let's cover these articles because we got quite a bit for you today. So again, first up, we're going to start off with the, crypto bubbles. Let's take a look at this guy. So we had a little bit of red in all the altcoins out there. I think Bitcoin is still maybe up today. I always lose track of where the BTC logo is. BTC up 1% right here. We are currently at 103,000. So hey, we didn't drop below the 100 as we saw yesterday, as it dipped beneath the one, or as it touched 101 from the 105 weekend high. So we're still doing pretty solid right now. We're holding its place, so that gives me some nice bullish thoughts with Bitcoin. Now again, let's start off the news with the $1 billion worth of Bitcoin exits Coinbase in a day as analysts warn of a supply shock. So Coinbase saw its highest daily Bitcoin outflow this year, signaling growing Bitcoin investments among institutional investors and corporations out there. And again, we cover the news every single day, Monday to Friday, minus the weekend, and we see these institutions getting involved with it. But the institutional demand for Bitcoin is growing as Coinbase, the world's third largest cryptocurrency exchange, recorded its highly daily outflow of Bitcoin in 2025 on May 9th. And so what exactly happened? On May 9th, Coinbase saw 9,739 Bitcoin worth more than $1 billion withdrawn from the exchange. This is the highest net outflow recorded in 2025, according to Bitwise head of European research, Andre Dragosh. Now, the institutional appetite for Bitcoin is accelerating, Dragosh added in a May 13th X post, showcasing the net transfer volume from exchanges out there. And here we see that giant downwards trend. They're getting Bitcoin off the exchanges. Now, the outflow occurred as Bitcoin traded above $103,600 in just days after the White House announced a 90-day reduction in reciprocal tariffs between the US and China, easing market concerns and lifting broader investor sentiment. Now, the 90-day suspension of additional tariffs removes the risk of sudden escalation, which may help Bitcoin, altcoins, and the wider stock market rally due to improved risk appetite. Nansen's principal research analysis, Arioli Barthier, told Cointelegraph that. Now, corporate Bitcoin investments may lead to a supply shock, and may lead to it. It's totally going to lead to it because everyday people won't be able to pull their Bitcoin off the exchange if they're leaving it there, or they won't be able to buy new Bitcoin because the institution and corporates are going to be buying it up more than it can be produced. And we already saw that with Strategy. Like in the first month of quarter 2025, he purchased more Bitcoin than the amount that was actually being produced out there. So it's already happening where we see that. So having to say it may lead to a supply shock, it's like, just get rid of it. It's leading to a supply shock. That is just for sure. But growing demand from institutional investors and corporations may lead to a diminishing Bitcoin supply on exchanges, signaling a potential price rally driven by a supply shock, which occurs when buyers' demand meets a decreasing available BTC, leading to the price appreciation. Now, while Bitcoin may experience short-term corrections, Dragosh remains very bullish for the rest of 2025. He told Cointelegraph during the Chain Reaction Daily X show on May 12th that in 2025 alone, corporations have bought 4 times more Bitcoin than all US spot Bitcoin ETFs combined, which is crazy, he said. We're close to 200,000 Bitcoin already, which is the annual supply of new Bitcoin. So like I'm saying, they're increasing it more than the amount of new Bitcoin that hits the market. But despite the bullish backdrop, Dragosh noted that the crypto market may still see short-term corrections due to what he described as overheated investor settlement. So meanwhile, Bitcoin's illiquid supply reached a record of 14 million Bitcoin, according to the Glassnode data, signaling the large investors continue accumulating in this time right now. So guys, like, this isn't a May going to happen where we're going to see a supply shock. It is. Like, this is different than any moment in time that Bitcoin's been around. Like, we never had institutions, governments, countries, states so on board with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies right now. Like, it's going to happen. This is what we've been saying all these years. And now it's like, these are like the final moments to really just take control of your money, take control of your finances, just get your Bitcoin and move it into your own custody. Don't leave it in the bank. Don't leave it on an exchange. Get it in your own custody. So yeah, so that's what's going on around the world and with this, just the movement of Bitcoin and cryptos out there. Now let's continue on with some more Coinbase news, because looks like they just joined the S&P 500. So woo, you joined the very centralized old system. Yeah. I forgot what Ben said this morning talking about it. He always has something to say about Brian Armstrong. But let's learn a little bit more about how they joined it and then what this actually means. So Coinbase has just become the first crypto company to be added to the S&P 500, and it's a significant milestone. That Coinbase has joined the S&P 500, becoming the first crypto company in history to be added to this flagship index. And in a rather ironic turn of events, the exchange is replacing Discover Financial and credit card brand founded in the 1980s that owns Diners Club. So as you would expect, the announcement served as a rocket fuel for Coin's share price, with stock surging by 9.3% in the pre-market. So here's Coinbase's stock. Hey, if Kathy Ward still has this, she was the CEO of ARK Investment. She's always been adding Coinbase stocks, but sometimes we get news on her going, oh, we sold it, put it into Bitcoin. But she's always been an advocate for Base. I wonder if she made a move right before this happened. But yet the current market capitalization of $52.7 billion still remains substantially below the valuation of $86 billion enjoyed after an IPO back in 2021. So it's still lower than what it was when it first started, but that's what usually happens. Now, while Bitcoin has accelerated by close to 70% over the past 12 months, Coin's clocked far more modest gains of about 4% year to date. The stock's down 20%, but nonetheless, Coinbase's CEO Brian Armstrong declared this milestone that shows crypto is here to stay, with Michael Saylor among those offering congratulations. Bernstein Analysis are also bullish, writing in a note. They said, this event symbolizes the dramatic turnaround in fortunes for the crypto industry and its rising significance as the frontier of financial innovation. So what does joining the S&P 500 mean for the stock's potential and for over 100 million customers it has around the world? Let's find out. Now, Coinbase also did release this commercial ad just showcasing the diminishing dollar value, which I thought was pretty cool that they did that. So, you know what, let's play this really fast because it's only about 30 seconds. I saw it yesterday. Doesn't have anything, but it's just really talking about the money supply. So let's play this really fast for you.
Over time, your money gets you less. Does Bitcoin? Well, in 2012, one Bitcoin bought you this much pizza. In 2016, this much pizza. In 2020, this much pizza. And in 2024, well, you get the gist. Roughly every 4 years, the future supply of Bitcoin is reduced. So historically, you get more, not less.
Moves money forward. Okay, so that was not the commercial I saw. That was the second one. So they released quite a couple of commercials. So that one showcases the value of Bitcoin just growing over time, using the infamous pizza joke going on, because back in 2011, 2012, we call it Pizza Day or Bitcoin Pizza Day, because some guy put us on Reddit that if someone bought him pizza, they will give him 10,000 Bitcoin. So someone did that. They called from it. The guy who accepted the task is from Italy. phoned in an order to Papa John's, ordered the guy 2 pizzas, and then once the guy got the pizzas, he sent him over the 10,000 Bitcoin. So this commercial was really just showcasing the value using pizza as that reference, saying like, hey, back in 2001 or 2009, here's what 1 Bitcoin got you, pizza. Then in 2014, it got you this much. Just show the value of Bitcoin keeps going up versus our dollar amount just keeps going down. So I thought that was a pretty cool commercial, and they have another couple out there. I would recommend you go look into it. But let's continue on with the article. So the index effect. Market watchers have long argued that stocks added to the S&P 500 and enjoy a boost in short term in what's being described as the index effect. However, analysis suggests that these gains have become less pronounced since 2010, meaning that there's far less volatility than there used to be. Now, inclusion is significant because exchange-traded funds tracking the S&P 500 need to buy stock to add to their portfolios. Now, this generates buying pressure and means millions of investors end up indirectly gaining exposure. Yet, as McKinsey and Company pointed out in a recent research, a company's stock price typically returns to its intrinsic value within 2 months of inclusion. Now, analysis at Oppenheimer believe that the halo effect of joining the S&P 500 will linger for a while the investment bank setting a new target of $293 for the stock. That would be a 41% uptick compared to where Coin has closed back on Monday. Now, eligibility criteria for this index include achieving a predetermined market cap, having more than 50% of the shares in the public ownership, and achieving a positive earnings in the most recent quarter, as well as cumulatively over 12 months. That helps explain why MicroStrategy has never been in the running to join the S&P 500 and has had to settle for the tech-heavy NASDAQ 100 index instead. Now, Coinbase's net income came in at $526 million between January and March, which is a 22.5% drop compared with the same period in 2024. But with crypto markets enjoying a renaissance of late, with Bitcoin back above 100,000 and Ether surging by 41% in just 7 days, analysis why they expect healthier Q2 results as investors pile back in, generating transaction fees in the process. Now, rewriting the high, Coinbase recently generated a feverish headline when it confirms plans to snap up the derivatives platform Deerbit in a $2.9 billion deal, with executives saying that the strategic acquisition will immediately enhance profitability and add diversity and durability to trading revenue, pointing out that this would offer additional income streams even during the downward trends. Now, the blog post also explained that option trading revenue are typically less cyclical than spot trading, as traders utilize options to manage risk during both rising and falling markets. Now, there is also predictions that Coinbase may move to acquire even more crypto platforms over the months and years ahead, especially considering that the exchange had $9.8 billion of cash on hand by the end of 2024. Yet, executives have faced questions over whether the exchange is doing enough to amass crypto on its balance sheet, while the company's digital asset holdings are now worth $1.3 billion, following the additional $150 million by in Q1. Critics argue that this is streets behind the likes of MicroStrategy. Like, everyone who always compares themselves to MicroStrategy, it's like, come on, guys. Like, those guys have been acquiring it. They're already at the above 500,000 Bitcoins in their wallets. So, yeah, when you're comparing to them, come on, like, compare it to somebody else. Compare it to MetaPlanet. Compare it to El Salvador. It's like, compare it to the guys, like, where it's kind of competitive-wise. But strategy is just way up there. Like, use like 21 shares when they come out to compare with MicroStrategy, but not Coinbase. But during a live stream with customers, Armstrong revealed that aggressively investing in Bitcoin would have been difficult during Coinbase's startup days in the early 2010s. And in any case, the exchange is an operating company rather than a hedge fund. And after years of skepticism, crypto is finally being taken seriously by institutional investors, as evidenced by healthy inflows into Bitcoin and Ether ETFs. And the arrival of an exchange in the S&P 500, it's a logical next step. So Coinbase is in the S&P 500 now, so their stock price may go up. It really doesn't have anything to do with Bitcoin. It just shows people are kind of like getting into it. Like, they want to be, like, what is it? They want exposure to it. That's why the ETFs came out. They don't want to be actually in Bitcoin or crypto, but they want some type of exposure. So with having these ETFs in there and now Coinbase, like, The common Joe is kind of getting there, but the average Joe just needs to buy Bitcoin and hodl it. That's it. Start learning the basics. But yeah, so that's Coinbase joining the S&P 500. Woo! I know, I'm kind of following Ben's excitement on that one. But yeah, Coinbase joins S&P 500, and then $1 billion in Bitcoin leave Coinbase. So that's our Coinbase news. Now let's move on to our next article, talking about Exodus and how it's hitting its record Q1 revenue as Bitcoin holdings rise to 2,011 Bitcoin. So Exodus reports $36 million in the first quarter revenue, which is the highest Q1 in the company's history, and increases its Bitcoin holdings by 70 Bitcoin since the year's end. So Exodus Movement Inc., the NYC American Stock Exchange, or the stock ticker with EXOD on it, a leading self-custodial Bitcoin and cryptocurrency platform, has announced unaudited financial results for Q1 2025, showcasing record-setting revenue and a notable increase in the digital asset holdings. Now here showcasing their Q1 from 2025 to from 2024 and the percent change. So its revenue, it's gone up. What was that? 6.9% or 6.9 million billion? How much is that in dollar revenue? Did it say? Hold on. 36 million. So that's in the millions. So yeah, they had 36 million. Last year it was only 29. So that was a 24% change. The technology and development was at 14.9. Now it's at 10.7, or was 10.7, 39. So they've just been doing solid. But in the strongest first quarter yet, Exodus reports a $36 million in revenue, which is up 24%, like I said, from the 29.1 million Q1. The company attributed the growth to the continued product innovation and demand for self-custody solutions. Exodus continues to offer innovation solutions that capitalize on the growing market for digital assets, said J.P. Richardson, the CEO and co-founder. And meanwhile, our focus on self-custody remains a difference maker. Now, in addition to the revenue milestone, the company now holds 2,011 Bitcoin, according to its Q1 filing, which is an increase of 70 Bitcoin since December 31st of 2024. Now, the Bitcoin holdings are valued at $166 million, comprising the bulk of the company's $238 million in digital assets, cash, and cash equivalents. Now, the company also holds 2,693 Ethereum, valued at $4.9 million, and 62.8 million in USD coin and treasury bills. Now, there's a tweet from the Elk & Co. just showcasing the reporting of what Exodus held. But despite a decline in user activity, monthly active users dropped 30% to 1.6 million. And Exodus maintained a strong user base with 1.8 million funded users by quarter's end, and the exchange volume processed in Q1 totaled $2.18 billion. Now, expenses rose significantly with technology's development, and the user support is up 39% to 14.9 million, and general and administrative costs are up 79%. Now, Exodus posted a net loss of $12.9 million compared to a $54.8 million net income in Q1 2024, largely due to the $28.8 million loss on digital assets. Now, still, Exodus's leadership remains optimistic. In Q1, they saw our first quarter revenue and second best revenue quarter on record, said James Skernetsky, CFO with abundance of opportunities at our doorstep. Exodus is well positioned to expand within our industry and beyond well in the future. A webcast to discuss Q1 results will be held at 4:30 p.m. on May 12th. So that was yesterday. So we're going to get some more results and news on that later. But yeah, so Exodus is killing it. Like, their users dropped, but they're still in the profit right now. And Exodus is a solid wallet to use. Like, we recommend it here at the Crypto Club. Like, it's a nice, easy, safe to use wallet. And when you ever get your Calyx Solutions crypto only laptop to be the most secure and safest when holding on your cryptos, we help you load up the Exodus wallet to it. This is what we do. It's just, we trust this wallet, we like them, and we know like the guys behind it. So Exodus is solid, and just way to go, and just continue adding that Bitcoin to your stockpile, and just hopefully you guys keep increasing as well. So that is our Exodus news. And then before we take a quick commercial break, I just want to mention what Tim Draper has to say about what's going to happen with Bitcoin, because I'm not going to cover this article because also he's talked about AI in it, but Tim Draper, a VC billionaire, says that Bitcoin will replace the US dollar in 10 years. So what does he mean? But when Bitcoin will go to infinity against the dollar because there won't be a dollar. AI and genetics will help humans communicate with animals, he told Cointelegraph. So that's also why I don't want to cover the article. It's like, is this just an AI article covering, like, we're going to be able to talk to our animals soon? It's like a Baxter, I'm going to be able to talk to you through AI, right? Mm-hmm. Huh? Are we going to be able to communicate? Maybe, but no. But instead of that AI part, like, I do like his thoughts on discussing like what's going to happen with the US dollar in 10 years. Like, we've always been speculative on it. We know the dollar's losing its value every single day. Everything costs more. It takes more dollars to buy what you did the other day. And we just always wondered, how is this going to get fixed? So we've always speculated on it. So with Tim Draper, he's saying like, yeah, dollar just be gone in 10 years, which I would kind of believe for how far we're advancing with blockchain and cryptocurrency technology. But again, it's like some of us also speculated, are we going to go back to a gold standard? Are we going to go to a Bitcoin standard? Are we just going to go mix and match where the dollar's still in play out here? But now it's just going to be backed by gold and Bitcoin. So there's still lots of speculation there going on and everything. But hey, I just wanted to point out that we have like billionaires looking into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and like they are for it and they see where the world's headed. So this is his thoughts on it. Doesn't mean exactly the dollar's going to be away in 10 years, but hey, it does seem like it could actually happen. Because again, when you're in the crypto space, when something happens, it moves in eons. Like if you think a year is not that long, well, in crypto, so much stuff could happen. So 10 years, yeah, I can see that. So that's most of our Bitcoin news we got for you. So let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back to continue on with the rest of the news articles. So be right back.
Attention visionaries and pioneers, the future of wealth is here, and it's spelled Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Introducing the exclusive Loans for Bitcoin program at the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where your good credit unlocks 0% interest loans for up to 2 years, or term loans up to $250,000 spread over 7 to 12 years. Why wait? Use this capital to acquire the world's fastest appreciating asset, Bitcoin. With prices hovering around 94,000 and projections aiming much higher by the year's end, the time to act is now. Leverage isn't just for Wall Street anymore. Arbitrage the low cost of your loan against Bitcoin's explosive growth. It's smart finance for the modern investor. And privacy matters. Our no KYC Bitcoin purchase program ensures you buy and self-custody your assets in your own wallet. Your keys, your Bitcoin, your future. And as the world shifts to digital currencies, be ahead of the curve. Front-run corporations, governments, in this greatest financial revolution of our times. I'm Jay Bose, CEO of Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club. Call or text us today at 941-413-6920 and get started on that loan application. Secure your legacy. You will thank yourself tomorrow.
And we are back. So yeah, the Crypto Club has tons of programs you may want to look into, but it's only for members only. We're a private membership club, so you gotta be a member to gain access to any of those benefits and any of the information to get more information about it. So if you want more information, head to our website, bbcprograms.com, or give us a text saying you want some information at 941-413-6920. All right, there's all of our advertisements and sponsors. Now let's continue on with the news. What's going on? Well, next up, Dubai government will accept crypto in a bid to become cashless. So Dubai is really enhancing and going further with crypto and everything. But how are they doing it? Well, it looks like this partnership that just happened with Crypto.com and Dubai's finance department are working together to make crypto payments a reality for the city's government. So, okay, so what implementations are you going to be doing? Dubai's government will accept cryptocurrencies for payments, the finance department said on Monday. After signing a memorandum of understanding with crypto exchange Crypto.com, Dubai Finance, which manages the city's budget, said it would accept digital assets for government fees. Now, it did not specify which digital coins and tokens it plans to accept, but Dubai is considered a crypto-friendly city. The Emirates last week hosted the Token 2049 conference, and a number of digital asset companies are based there. Now here's a tweet from Dubai Media. Dubai's finance has signed a memorandum of understanding with Crypto.com, a globally recognized cryptocurrency trading platform, to enable the payment of government service fees using cryptocurrencies, an initiative that makes a significant step in advancing our crypto's adoption. Now, the move was announced at the Dubai FinTech Summit on Monday. His Excellency Abdurrahman Salih Al Saleh, Director General of DOF, said that the move would help Dubai become cashless. As a global leader in digital transformation, the Emirates is further strengthening its position by deploying the latest secure financial technology solutions that support its cashless strategy, streamline government transactions, and foster innovation in the financial services, he said in a statement. Now, Dubai Finance announced a cashless strategy campaign last October, noting that 97% of all government payments are already digital. Crypto.com president and COO Eric Anziani added in a statement that Dubai was a true global visionary. Now, Decrypt sought clarifications from Crypto.com on the types of government fees covered by the agreement, but did not immediately receive a response. But in March, Crypto.com signed a non-binding agreement with President Donald Trump's media company, Trump Media and Technology Group, to offer exchange-traded funds, including ETFs based on cryptocurrencies. So Crypto.com is really getting out there. Now, it's a good exchange to use. It's one of those big name ones. Like, you can use them. They're not going to just rug you or run on you. So they've been around a while. But me personally, I don't like Crypto.com. Just because it's annoying for when I want to send crypto off of the platform, or if I need to get a hold of their customer support. I help a lot of members here. They use Crypto.com. They signed up for it, so I'm kind of stuck with helping them with it. But it's like every single time they're just getting a hold of customer support sucks. Like, go through the chatbot. Okay, here's my problem. No, that didn't help. No, that didn't help. Let me talk to an agent. Oh, well, they're all busy right now. Let's do something else. No, talk to an agent. Talk to an agent until finally you get a hold of somebody. So that's what you got to do with every single basically exchange platform, whether it's Coinbase, Binance, Crypto.com. It's like, that's all the customer support. So it's not just that. And then it's also, like I said, the sending crypto off of the platform for Crypto.com. It's like when you send it, you need to already input, you need to save a wallet address onto the account first. And once it's there, then you can send your tokens over. But then when you do that, you got to type in two-factor security codes. One will probably be a text message, and the other one will most likely be from your authenticator app. And then the thing I just don't like about it is you're given 30 seconds to input those codes. And I know a lot of our members aren't so tech savvy, so it's just not fast enough for them to do it. So to me, it's easy to do. It's quick, bam, 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 done. There we go. We're sending your crypto off of it. But to the common everyday user, it may be a little struggle. So that's why some other exchanges are a little bit easier when it comes to sending, because you just need to put that one two-factor code in there rather than having to do two within a 30-second time. So that's just my little rant on exchanges and Crypto.com. But no, Crypto.com is booming right now. Partnership with Trump's company. You got Dubai right now. What was it? Back when I first got into crypto, they took over the Staples Stadium in LA, Los Angeles, and now it's the Crypto.com arena. So Crypto.com has been doing pretty good. So yeah, I just wanted to share that news with them and how they're working with Dubai government to make their country their government a cashless system. So that would be pretty cool to see and see how long it takes them to do it. Like I said a few moments ago, when stuff happens in crypto, it happens at light speed. So it may not take long for this to actually take place. But I just wanted to share this news with you. Now let's move into our next article, which is a stablecoin news with Wyoming taps Inca Digital to secure its first state-issued stablecoin ahead of its July launch. So we have our first actual state stablecoin. So it's not a CBDC. It's going to be a stablecoin, which is still a centralized token, let's just be honest. But the stablecoin token is expected to fully launch by July. So what we know so far is the Wyoming Stablecoin Commission has partnered with the analytics provider Inca Digital to help commission and monitor and migrate fraud risks. Now, our partnership with Inca Digital marks a critical step in our commitment to transparency, security, and innovation, said Anthony Apollo, Executive Director of the Wyoming Stable Token Commission. So that was just a little brief analysis of this article. Let's read the full thing. Now, the Wyoming Stablecoin Commission has partnered with analytics provider Inca Digital to help the commission monitor and mitigate fraud risks and keep the Wyoming Stable Token secure as it nears its launch date, it said in a statement on Monday. Now, Inca will deliver advanced analytics across market oversight and help the commission detect any threats that the WYST could face, the company said in a press release. Now, the WYST is set to be first fully reserved fiat-backed stable token issued by a U.S. public entity. The Wyoming governor, Mark Gordon, said in a March that the stable token's testing phase will continue until the second quarter of 2025 and potentially launch by July. So it's being tested right now and expecting to launch it July once that comes. That's 1 month away. Now, Wyoming has made efforts in the past to be a crypto and blockchain hub by establishing friendly policies for the sector, setting the tone for the rest of the U.S. Now, it has passed over 35 laws to regulate the crypto sector since 2018 and has attracted over 3,000 tech companies as a result. Now, they said our partnership with Inca Digital marks a critical step in our commitment to transparency, security, and innovation, said Anthony Apollo, the executive director of the Wyoming Stable Token Commission. But like other stable coins, the WYST is pegged to assets. Once launched, it will be a digital asset representative redeemable for $1 and fully backed by U.S. Treasuries, cash, and repurchase agreements. Now, the stablecoin market has been growing rapidly and today stands at being worth $245 billion, according to CoinGecko data. And the stablecoin legislation could boost that number tenfold to reach $2 trillion within 3 years, according to a standard chartered forecast. So yeah, stablecoins are on the news right now. Like I said, we kind of abandoned CBDCs here in the States. Other countries, they may still be working on it. Probably also partner with Ripple, XRP's network out there. But the U.S. kind of put a ban on the CBDCs, which stand for centralized bank digital currencies, because, again, they didn't want to be super centralized control. But, again, once they started busting out stablecoin news, it was like you just didn't want CBDCs because it was centralized. But now it's like you're going to another stablecoin that is centralized as well. We know it's centralized. So, but I guess now they want their own one version of it. So we'll see how this plays out. But stable coins are definitely in the news. And I feel like, yeah, this was going to be the way we were headed in America, as long as they get through those laws and bills that are getting pushed through, because we already got the veto of the two strategic stablecoin bills, the Genius Act and then the normal strategic stablecoin act. Like, those were vetoed, so that would have been very beneficial. They'll probably come back around with some little bit of changes, but stablecoins are definitely coming to the States. Which one are we going to use? From this article right here, it just looks like each state may have their own individual stablecoin, and this is maybe the tester one of it, or maybe they'll eventually all the states will just use Tether, USDC, RLUSD, USD1, which is from the Trump family. So there's options to choose from, but we'll see how this project plays out. But yeah, Wyoming does have their own stablecoin now being tested and could launch in July. So that was that news. Now let's continue on with some more altcoin news on how the Brave wallet is adding Cardano blockchain to support the browser and Web3 wallet. So yes, Brave, I'm using it right now. Well, on this screen that I'm recording on StreamYard, but when I cover the news, I usually use Chrome. But Brave is adding Cardano's blockchain support, so very nice. So Brave has integrated support for the Cardano blockchain into its native and standalone wallet, enabling direct access to its assets and governance features. So Web3 and privacy-focused web browser Brave Browser has integrated the Cardano blockchain into its native and standalone wallets. According to a May 12th announcement, the integration stems from a partnership between Brave Browser and Cardano development firm Input Output. Together, the two firms will integrate Cardano into the Brave wallet, enabling Cardano blockchain access and token management. Brendan Eek, co-founder and CEO of Brave and the Basic Attention Token, said that integrating Cardano into the Brave wallet not only expands multi-chain access, but also enhances security, governance, participation, and the overall user experience. Each said that the Brave focuses on maximizing users' choice while also providing tools to engage with decentralized ecosystems. With this integration, users of the Web3 browser and standalone wallet will gain direct access to Cardano's blockchain without leaving the interfaces. Now, Brave had not responded to Cointelegraph's request for comment by publication, and Robert Roos, the founder of Cardano's interoperability protocol, Mint, told Cointelegraph that this is a fantastic moment right now for the ecosystem. Ahi said that Brave browser support is a huge step towards making Cardano more widespread and interoperable. Roos also told Cointelegraph, Roos also said that Cardano decentralized applications are now within easy reach through the Brave browser he highlighted. So he's like, I really don't see significant hurdles here, but most of the infrastructure and tooling work has already been done so. Cardano is truly ready for the prime time. Now, Brave browser keeps expanding. Brave already supports the Ethereum and Solana blockchain, and the announcement explicitly cites Midnight as an ecosystem that would benefit from the support, because, I believe Midnight is part of a privacy project with Cardano. Now, this partnership also sets the stage for future innovation around engagement with Cardano's governance, and Midnight, a blockchain developed by Shielded Technologies and input-output spin-out, focuses on confidential smart contracts and data protection. Now, Midnight is a privacy-focused Cardano sidechain, and input-output CEO Charles Hoskinson recently suggested that the network could also enable free transactions for non-fungible tokens and the ticket holders out there. So Hoskinson explained that users would be given NFTs on sign-up, which would then give them the right to a certain number of transactions per day. This, he explained, would allow for use cases resembling those of the Web2 model. So then, all of a sudden, you have an entire Web2 business model. You can have free accounts, free apps for people to use, and they're using crypto's infrastructure, but they don't have to have a token to do it. So that's not so bad. Now, Mint Roos said that Midnight extends what Cardano can do, and this was why his firm partnered with the protocol. He explained that Mint brings privacy-focused, interoperable cross-chain swaps to the table, and Midnight brings private smart contract interactions with it. So together, the two protocols allow Cardano users to enjoy heightened privacy levels, Roos said, and that more is to come with it. With the project bringing zero-knowledge proof-based solutions to the network as well, Cardano is looking pretty good. Now, the first collaboration is in a long-term partnership right now. The announcement hints at a more development from the newly formed partnership between Brave browser and input-output. The post notes that the collaboration sets the stage for future innovation around engagement with Cardano's governance and Midnight. Now, Aaron Barak, the CEO of Midnight, told Cointelegraph in February that transparency, one of blockchain's biggest selling points, also hinders widespread adoption and applications in the field, like businesses in medicine. He said metadata allows individuals to be identified and tracked, hindering blockchain's adoption. Now, the development of Midnight follows the team behind the Cardano ecosystem, announcing a software toolkit allowing developers to deploy custom-built sidechains in early 2023. So they've been practicing with it since then, and now we're finally getting some fruitions with the Midnight release. So I'm definitely looking forward to it with the Brave browser, and as well as just Ada's just continued support and their continued improvements with the chain, because Cardano's always been a great project out there, and so I don't see them going anywhere. So if you're still holding it, you got nothing to worry about. And so that's our Cardano news. Now, lastly in the news, I just want to mention that the FBI begins its process to seize a $1.2 million in Bitcoin from Girls Do Porn boss. So the U.S. authorities ordered Pratt and his accomplices to forfeit their Bitcoin in July 2024, but the FBI seized $51,533 in Bitcoin from Michael Pratt, which was arrested for sex trafficking related to his Girls Do Porn website. Pratt deceptively recruited women for adult videos, promising privacy, but publishing the content online, generating $17 million in revenue. Now, after becoming an FBI most wanted fugitive, Pratt was captured in Spain and then located through the 2020 Ledger data breach. So he got caught, he happened, and the good thing about this one is, if this is the FBI acquiring it, we did just sign the executive order bill of for the reserve. We're not selling any more confiscated Bitcoin. So this 1.2 million Bitcoin is going to be headed to our hodling wallet for the state. So this is going to be $1.2 billion of Bitcoin just off the markets because it's now being hodled. So when I see these articles now of when the FBI or police are seen, especially in the States, specifically the States, because we're the ones that actually have the reserve, or United States, not just individual states, but because of the United States, every time they seize Bitcoin, they're not getting rid of it. We saw beforehand, from the Silk Road confiscations, the US was slowly moving it off, but then Trump came in, signed an executive order. Now we're going to be hodling every single Bitcoin. So I love seeing these articles. It's good news that they capture the guy. Let's save such traffickers and everything. But also now we're getting the Bitcoin. We're holding it long term. That's going to be great for the price action of Bitcoin. So I just wanted to share that. I'm not going to go through the whole article. We got that brief of it. But again, even yesterday, with hacks and kidnappings going on, I just got to mention, today again, a crypto influencer's daughter was almost attempted at kidnapping, and then was going to be bribed for more crypto out of it. So crypto kidnappings are going crazy this year, as of that one I saw today, we're at 22 now crypto kidnappings that just been in 2025 alone. So this is crazy. Stay safe out there and don't tell anybody how much crypto you got. But that is it for all the news I have for you. Let's take a look at our fear and greed index as well as our altcoin season chart. Let's see where we're at. Let's see. So Bitcoin is still in a greed territory. We're at 71. That went down 6 points since yesterday. And we are at a 34. So people are looking kind of bullish for altcoin season to hit. So if you got any altcoins that haven't been touched yet, you've just been waiting on it, you've seen it go down a little bit, this could be your last chances to lower that dollar cost average before we do see a really, really nice altcoin season bull run hit. But that's it, everybody. Hope everyone has a fabulous Tuesday. And I will be back tomorrow with more crypto news. So take care and see you then.
In a world where your data is constantly under attack, one company stands for your digital freedom. Introducing Calyx Solutions, your gateway to ultimate online privacy and secure cryptocurrency trading. Meet the Liberty Laptop. With its modified OS and advanced tracking prevention, it's your shield against surveillance. Access restricted areas, use recommended security software, and browse with confidence. Your digital footprint? Virtually non-existent. For the crypto pros, we present the Crypto Laptop. Pre-configured on premium hardware for secure trading. Optimized for your favorite wallets and exchanges, it's the fortress your digital assets deserve. Both laptops come with expert individual training and support. You're never alone in your journey to digital empowerment. At Calyx Solutions, we put you in control. No more worrying about data breaches or compromised transactions. Ready to join the revolution? Visit calyxsolutions.io and choose your perfect laptop today. Plus, become an affiliate and earn while sharing the power of digital freedom. Calyx Solutions. Unlock your digital freedom. Give us a call or text at 702-845-8276 or visit us directly at calyxsolutions.io.